Here is my retrospective on Wonder Woman. Here's what really happened. Let's get started. So let's talk Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was the first major success for Warner Brothers and DC Comics as far as the critics and the audience. And this movie grossed over $821 million worldwide. Now, this movie, compared to some of the other films, had the least studio involvement. But I could tell you, I'm eventually going to do a review on all the DC movies and the DCEU so far. And I'll talk about Wonder Woman more in depth in my review. This will probably be the shortest of the retrospectives that I do because there's not a whole lot to talk about with this film. It was almost exactly what Patty Jenkins wanted to do. She did a phenomenal job directing this film. And in fact, there's one scene in the film, the No Man's Land scene, which is probably one of my, if not my all-time favorite superhero scenes ever. And I'll talk about that in great depth when I actually do the review for Wonder Woman. But that scene was absolutely amazing. And I hadn't felt like that since I was a kid watching a superhero film when I saw that scene. It was just jaw-dropping. It was amazing. And there was actually somebody at the studio, the same guy who made all the changes to the Suicide Squad, who almost forced her, Patty Jenkins, to take that scene out of the movie. It was too violent. They didn't want it for the audiences. They were trying to lighten these films up, make them more family friendly, and they wanted that scene gone. And apparently, Patty Jenkins fought tooth and nail to get this movie made and to get that scene put back in the film. Now, she did have to sacrifice, from what I've read. She had to sacrifice the ending of the film, the third act. I guess her version of the ending was different and really never got filmed. What we got was kind of a watered-down version of the ending. And the ending was absolutely the weakest part of the entire film. Was it terrible? No, it wasn't terrible. It was still a good movie, and I enjoyed the whole thing, and even the ending was good. But from what I understand, it could have been so much more, and that she had to sacrifice the No Man's Land scene and she was forced to change the third act of the film, which didn't really change the film overall, but like I said, the ending could have been better. So we've got Wonder Woman 1984 coming out in just 1 month, 1 month and 2 days. So we've got that being released in theaters on December 25th, as well as HBO Max at no additional cost. So if you have a subscription to HBO Max, you will be able to see Wonder Woman 1984 at no extra cost, or you could go into the theater to see it. I will be doing a review on Wonder Woman 1984 the day it gets released, and I am still going to go to the theater to see it as well. But I do have HBO Max, and I do have a 150-inch screen to be able to watch movies on. I've got a theater downstairs, and eventually I'm going to do a video and possibly start doing videos in my theater room. But for right now, I'm stuck in my studio, and I will be reviewing that movie when it does get released. But for everybody who has HBO Max, it should be free. And there was big news this last week for people who haven't seen my other videos. Wonder Woman 1984, right before they made this announcement, there was an announcement that it was finally available on the Amazon Fire Stick. So the only big holdout right now is Roku. And they are pretty sure they're going to get a deal with Roku very shortly, possibly within days or within the next few weeks. But it should be done before Wonder Woman 1984 comes out. So anybody who wants to be able to watch HBO Max, you can get it on consoles, you can get it on your streaming devices, so it should be just about available everywhere. And the reason they're giving it out for free is they do want people to invest in HBO Max and probably stick around, because next week we also have the Zack Snyder's Justice League getting released early, well, hopefully early next year. There hasn't been a release date on it. I certainly hope they're not going to make us wait 9, 10, 11, 12 months to be able to finally see that. They've been working on it the whole time we've been in the pandemic. So hopefully they can get that done in time. But there's my retrospective for this week on Wonder Woman 1984. Very little studio involvement, but there were some sacrifices that had to be made. That's going to lead to probably some really good things later on, but I could tell you it's awesome to see Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I'm glad she's coming back. Not since Christopher Reeve being Superman have I been so excited to see a superhero on screen. She does an amazing job and embodies that character. So I have to give kudos to both Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot for bringing Wonder Woman to the big screens, and I'm looking forward to the second outing. So go back, revisit the original, enjoy it. It had, like I said, very little studio involvement, but we're going to see with the next film that I'm going to be talking about is Justice League. And I have a lot to say about Justice League. So that retrospective will be coming sometime next week. Maybe a little late on that one because of the holiday, but we'll find out. But I do want to talk about that one in great detail, and you're going to see just how much that movie was definitely butchered and completely changed by the studio. And we'll finally reveal the guy who was in charge that actually made that happen. So thanks for watching. Please hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. You will be notified when new videos go up. I really do appreciate you watching.